again folks, and welcome back to this week's video. So it's nearly the end of November, and that only means one thing: the start of the Christmas shopping, and that date is normally met with Black Friday. One of the best days of the year to pick up some gaming bargains, being the day after Thanksgiving when Christmas shopping really begins. So according to YouTube algorithms, I've had a lot of viewers from America, so happy Thanksgiving to you guys, and we're going to jump straight into the Black Friday bonanza. A lot of you folks may not actually realise that I am from the UK, so a lot of the Black Friday sales haven't been that big for that many years, but the past few years I've had some really good pickups on Black Friday, normally waiting for some of my bigger things I wanted to buy. So the first of which was 3 years ago, which seems so long ago now, when I bought PlayStation VR. I basically waited for Black Friday hoping there was going to be a price drop, and sure enough there was. That was the first time I really hit Black Friday hard, and I went in with a big ticket item. Turning back the clock again, for 2 years I finally picked up the Xbox One. So I really waited for a big price drop on this, and fair enough, on Black Friday again we got a decent price drop, and I also managed to pick up what would become my favourite racing game of all time, Forza Horizon 4. I always seem to wait for consoles to drop, but normally buying one of the two either gen, and it was definitely a really good idea to wait for Black Friday for this one. It was last year, around Black Friday, that I finally built my games room, so that I could sit and enjoy my games away from the global pandemic which was ravaging the world. So the main thing I needed to get to complete the games room was this massive 65-inch TV, and what better time to get that on Black Friday. There really is nothing more Black Friday than stomping the crowds to buy a massive TV, really, is there? So that leads us on to this year's Black Friday, and what do you think I picked up this Black Friday? Well, brace yourself, we are about to find out. This Black Friday feels a little bit different this year. I think it's because a lot of the new consoles have only reasonably recently launched, and not a lot of people are looking for the older consoles such as the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4, or even the kind of older Switches. There doesn't seem to be as many deals this year, but I did manage to pick one deal up, and that was The Walking Dead Onslaught for PlayStation 4 VR. I have literally just picked up the one game this Black Friday. Don't get me wrong, I'm very much looking forward to playing this one. It's been on my radar for a long while. Since it was announced, I'm a sucker for Walking Dead, and I really do enjoy a good VR zombie game. I think the thing is this year is you're not going to see the kind of cheaper consoles. The PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X just aren't readily available enough yet for there to be a big price drop. I think maybe next year, when kind of the chip shortage gets sorted out, next year will definitely be the year to pick up those big Black Friday deals. So all joking aside, there wasn't really that many great deals this Black Friday. But you know me, I'm always on the grind, I'm always looking for great pickups, so don't worry, there is more pickups coming this video. One thing I did manage to pick up was a really nice bundle of clothing from Insert Coin. They do really awesome game related clothing and like accessories, and they had a really good Black Friday sale, so I'll be wearing some random t-shirts and pickups from them throughout this video. This is the first t-shirt I picked up from Insert Coin, and it is this awesome Gears 5 Hivebusters Scorpio Squad t-shirt. But there is only one game people are really looking for this holiday season, and that is, of course, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. And I had to pick me up this double pack, firstly because it's just a really awesome package. For both games you do get some like extras, like you get 2 download codes for 100 Pokeballs, but the main reason I wanted to get this one is because I am obviously a sucker for a slipcase, and I wanted to have a copy of each game, one for me to play and one for the wife to play, so we can of course catch them all. So this actually seems to be a real shortage of these Pokemon games around in a while. I feel a little bit bad I'm taking these out of a kid's Christmas list, but I'm sure Nintendo are going to be getting more of these in before Christmas. So this was of course a pre-order which sold out pretty quick, and it also came with this pretty awesome, if I get the right way up, steelbook. So I'm actually starting to get quite a good collection of these steelbooks from pre-ordering Switch games, which are always quite a bonus. So next pickup and next costume change. So you may have noticed I've got this awesome original PlayStation cap. I really am a sucker for these kind of hats, and this one was in the sale so I had to pick it up. Similarly, I am a sucker for picking up cheap GameCube games. They just seem to get more and more expensive. This one was a bit of a weird listing. So I actually bidded on this copy of Big Mother Truckers. But in the eBay picture, it just showed this copy of FIFA Sports 2004. So the photo was this game, the description was this game. I ended up getting both games for just 99p plus postage and packaging, which I think we can admit is quite a bargain, especially for a game called Big Mother Truckers. I am a big fan of puns and I really enjoy this one. So we have another costume change and another awesome t-shirt from Insert Coin. This one is an embroidered Doom t-shirt. How awesome is that embroidery of that cardigan? I can never pronounce that, so apologies if I've absolutely butchered that name. But I think we can all agree this is high fashion, especially with that embroidery. It is an absolutely beautiful t-shirt. So it would not be a Dan the Games Man video without a wrestling game, and this week we have ECW Hardcore Revolution for the Dreamcast. So you know I'm all about that grind, trying to get every single wrestling game of all time. It is going to take a while, but I am slowly knocking them off the list. I think this might have been the first time I ever really saw what ECW was, and it really opened my eyes to that kind of more extreme wrestling, even pushing it harder than the Attitude Era the WWF was in at that time. Sadly though, this game doesn't exactly blow the world away. It is essentially just a kind of recopy of WWF Attitude, which by that time was kind of getting replaced with the better WWE games such as No Mercy and WrestleMania 2000, but always cool to add this one as a collection just because we don't have ECW anymore and we sure as heck do not have the Dreamcast. As I was editing this, I just wanted to jump back in and say, oh my god, how awesome was the intro to ECW back in the day. I kind of forgot how pumped that got you, and that has really got me in the mood to go back and watch some vintage ECW. Anyway, back to the video game, just had to say that, get it off my chest. Another franchise I'm absolutely obsessed with and really want to add all of the games from that franchise into my collection is the Tony Hawk skateboarding franchise. So quite recently I did add the remake of Tony Hawk's 1 and 2 into my collection, but previous to that, Tony Hawk Skateboarding on the Dreamcast would have been your best way to play this game with the best graphics. And of course this does then have the full soundtrack, no tracks cut out from the second best soundtrack of all time, the best obviously being Tony Hawk's 2. This is complete, as you expect from Dreamcast cases. It does fall apart as soon as you open them, as they are the worst cases ever created, but it's definitely cool to add this one into the collection. Another one ticked off the list for the Tony Hawk's franchise. We've got the last pickup of the video coming, but the last costume change also, and that's with this awesome Doom Eternal long sleeve t-shirt, which even has this awesome sword print down the arms. Once again, this is gentleman's fashion. I also got some pretty awesome pins from Insert Coins. Firstly, we have this commemorative badge for the Carbine Twins from Gears of War. And then we have this other Gears of War Hanover Cougars pin. And then this weird Happy Coffee, which I don't really know where it came from. That was a free pin when you ordered 2 other pins. So the final pickup this week is one of my favourites. It is Random Free Games Console in a Bag. I can tell you this is a PlayStation 2 console, but I do not know if it works. So let's jump in and see how we get on with this free console pickup. So this PlayStation 2 was listed as a free item on Facebook Marketplace. The person who gave it to me doesn't know if it works, so we will be testing it very shortly. But it does come with some games. Obviously there is nothing here that is going to blow you away, but we have Operation Winback, which I'm kind of confused. Is this the same game that was released on the N64? Let me know in the comments below. Definitely good to add that one into the collection. Then we have X-Men 2 Wolverine's Revenge, a game that seems to come up in every single bundle you ever buy. Also, we got to have some sports games. We got PES 2008 and Pro Evolution Soccer 3. Also, what an amazing kind of movie tie-in game with Bad Boys 2. Let me know if this one is as bad as I kind of presume it is. I am a big fan of the movie, so it would be pretty cool if this game was not terrible. And of course, as it's a PlayStation 2 pickup, we have a copy of iToy Play, which I think is probably responsible for the entire oceans being full of plastic. Here we have that free PlayStation 2 console then, and they did say it's been in storage, and this thing is very dusty and very dirty, especially if you look in that fan at the back and the amount of dust in the front. But the main question is, will it work? If this works, I'm quite happy to clean it up, but if not, it's getting tossed straight out. Let's find out if it works together. So here we go. I've got the PlayStation 2 hooked up to the CRT TV because I'm not a monster. I'm not going to put it through an HD TV. The only thing I did find is, sadly, Bad Boys 2, the disc is not in there, which is a real disappointment. But the main question is, will this thing power on? Let's find out. Basically, I have plugged it in. There is light, so it does look quite hopeful. It's definitely making a lot of noise, and it looks like we do have a picture. This TV, I do know, is fairly quiet. But yes, we do also have sound. And it looks like it is loading a disc also. So we'll find out together what disc is in here. It's always good to get a free console, and I'm really glad that this one works, and it's definitely going to be worth cleaning itself up, because basically it is a bit dirty, but it is still an amazing console. I think I can guess what game is about to be in here, but we're going to find out through this loading screen. And it was, of course, Bad Boys 2. So it is reading discs, and we do have that game. I just need to bang a memory card in, and I know what I'm doing for the rest of the day. There we have it then, folks. Another video done and another Black Friday done. So it might not have been the best Black Friday for pickups. We still managed to get some awesome bits. Especially happy that PlayStation 2 works. I'll be cleaning that up and getting into the hands of a fellow gamer very soon. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. I hope you enjoy the content. Remember, new videos every Saturday. So keep it here, but most of all, keep playing the game. See y'all soon.